Three, two, one. Hey, good morning, everyone. MonroeMann back here again. Again, please click like, please click subscribe. We're getting closer and closer to 3,000 watch hours every single day. And tomorrow, it looks like we are going to be hitting 700. So we're at 691 watch hours today, which means we will be getting to 700 tomorrow, which means next week we will be at 1,000, which is 1/3 of the way to the first finish line, which is really, really exciting. Today we're going to be talking about, it's something that I think his name's von Clausewitz. He was a famous Prussian general. Said no plan survives first contact with the enemy. Good morning, Gemma. Good morning, Chance. Good to see you guys. So, as I said, no plan survives first contact with the enemy. Why was I inspired to talk about this today? At first, I noticed something with YouTube Live recently in the last 5 days. It used to be, whenever I did YouTube Live, there would be a huge influx of people, random people, sometimes 30 people, sometimes 90 people, one time 120 people. Certainly not my subscribers. They were people who were just suggested my live stream by, hi Gemma, by the YouTube algorithm. And that's how I was getting a lot of subscribers all the time. And I thought it was just me, but it just stopped. It stopped doing that. Hey, you stay as long as you can, Chance, no problem. I asked my friend Zane. He's got many more subscribers. He has about 20,000 subscribers. And I asked, he does lives too. And I said, Zane, are you still getting an influx of new people on your live streams, or is it generally staying with your subscribers? And he said, no, it's really just my subscribers now. I noticed the same thing. And he thought it was the same thing for him. So I'm thinking, it's not just my channel, and it's not just because of my subscribers. It's happening to multiple people doing live streams. And what I'm realizing, again, is just a reminder that no matter as soon as you find some plan that starts to work perfectly, something inevitably is going to happen that's going to change things. And it's a very good strategy for life in general, or something to think about when you're pursuing anything in life. Remember what von Clausewitz said, no plan ever survives first contact with the enemy. What does that mean? It means you could make the biggest plan. It could be the perfect plan. Get ready, because as soon as you start putting that plan into action, something is going to happen that messes things up. Let's look at CLVR's comment right there. First of all, Gemma, I'm doing okay. Thank you. Thanks for asking. Hope you're doing well. CLVR says, my YouTube isn't working, and it disconnected my camera and microphone, so I can't make new short videos or even go live. So maybe there's a huge problem with YouTube. I know about 5 days ago, YouTube was just not working at all. I could not go live at all for about 5 hours. So I'm thinking maybe, Chance, it's something that's happening across YouTube. Maybe we're all having some type of issue with this. Maybe, as Zane and I were talking, maybe there's a possibility that there's just a little bug, and next week, boom, we'll start to get the suggestions again, and we'll start getting people to come join the live streams who are not just subscribers. I mean, look at this. It's 5 minutes into the live stream, and there are only 3 people here. Last week, there'd be 15, 20, 30 people here. So it's interesting. You make your plans about life based on what you think is going to happen in the future. But what you think is going to happen in the future may not continue happening. And that's kind of what happened here is I got into this habit of, wow, I do these live streams. What's up, Arya, Rivalda? I don't know what bang check kodambang means, but great to have you here. So what's weird, the algorithm is kind of working. Because this person, Arya, is that's the first time I think I've ever seen this person in a live stream. So there are new people coming in to the live streams, but it is not like it was last week. Again, the topic of today is no plan survives first contact with the enemy. And so what does that mean is that you need to, hi, Arya. Hi, you're from Indonesia. Let me ask you this. By the way, my name is Monroe, MonroeMann. Great to have you here. Click like and please subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell. How did you find my live stream right now? Trying to figure out where, if the YouTube algorithm is still suggesting my live streams to other people. I was pursuing an awesome plan from last week, which was just keep doing the live streams. I'm going to get so many more new subscribers, and because YouTube keeps suggesting. And the same thing with the watch time. I'm still getting good watch time. That's still fine. But I am not getting nearly as many. Arya says, I don't know. Is this the first time you're ever seeing my live stream? Because we're trying to figure out, like I said, no plan survives first contact with the enemy. Now the plan has, what's up? All right, cool. Well, thank you for joining. Some of the things that I talk about are strategy, vision, investing, and war and the law. I have a PhD in psychology. I'm a lawyer. I'm a skydiver. I'm an investment coach. Today, we're talking about what do you do when the plan that you created stops working once you actually get started with something. And so that now, again, you can't give up. Once you're in the middle of the battle and the enemy's there and you realize, oh my gosh, the enemy is doing something different than what I had planned. You can't just say, okay, time out. Let's take a chill. Let's go in a different direction. Let me figure out what's going on. I don't know what I know you're speaking in Tagalog. I'll just say salamat Arya Rivalda because I know that means hello, Arya Rivalda. But I don't know what those other words mean, and if I don't know what I'm saying, I won't say it. Sylvia, I usually go live after your live streams, but since YouTube is funny, I can't. And Sylvia, look at this. We got it means happy birthday. Okay. Salamat ulang tahun Arya Rivalda. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Arya Rivalda. Happy birthday to you. Sylvia, and it's weird. I mean, this is super strange for me. 2 or 3 people watching at the 8-minute mark. YouTube is being really funny. Something's really funky going on. You're welcome, Ari. I hope you'll click like. Do I get a like because I sang you happy birthday? And I hope you'll subscribe. So this is very interesting. So I am getting new people. This Aria is brand new. Thank you for the like. Some people are finding us, but it's not like it was before. So what do you do when things change? And CLVR, you've got an issue now too. You can't do live streams. So what can we do in these situations when the plan that you thought was perfect doesn't work as well as it used to, and you have to change your strategy? You have to say, okay, first of all, you cannot get all upset. You can't start crying. The enemy's still attacking you. You need to find a new plan immediately. So for you, CLVR, it's okay. Can you make shorts? If you can't make shorts because the camera's not working, can you use another camera, maybe on your computer? Maybe you can log into YouTube on the app on someone else's phone. Maybe it's your phone. Maybe you can at least make posts and at least interact with your fans. Maybe you can still Make some long form videos. You can record the camera on your without being live, edit it into a video, and then post that, right? And now I'm thinking here too, what can I do? If I'm hoping that the YouTube algorithm goes back to the way it was, where every time I do a live stream, I'm getting 25 to 30, 40 people showing up randomly, maybe 5 or 10 of them become subscribers and click like. Now it seems like the only people who are showing up, 95% are subscribers, and only 5% are new people. It's not a huge deal. I'm still getting watch time. People are still showing up. But now it's saying my mouth is not lining up with what you're saying. Hey, I don't know what's going on. Happy birthday, AJ Kumar. Great to see you. And you're welcome, Arya. Let me make sure my... Last time on the live stream, people were telling me the same thing, that nothing was lining up. So I have to think about a new strategy. As I said, no plan survives first contact with the enemy. So now I have to figure out, okay, what if this is the new reality? Where the only people who come to the live streams most of the time are going to be my subscribers. But I cannot get new subscribers as easily through doing lives. So I have to come up with a new strategy. I have to do more shorts now to try to recruit new subscribers. I have to do more regular videos to get new subscribers. I have to go out and start asking people to join my live streams manually, which is what I've been doing for the last 18 years. So it's kind of disappointing because I thought I had found some magic solution here that finally was working. And it was. For 3 weeks, I was getting massive amounts of people. Hi, AJ. I'm in India. You're in India. I'm in the United States. In Florida. Would love you to click like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And I glad it's back to normal, CLVR. But this thing about no plan surviving first contact with the enemy, it applies to every aspect of your life. You think that you are, okay, I studied super hard for this test, and you know exactly what's going to be on the test, and you get to the class, and the teacher is someone you don't know, and what you're going, what's going on? Oh yeah, Mrs. Johnson is sick. We couldn't find her test, so I'm giving you my test for chemistry. And you're thinking, oh my gosh, but I studied that, blah, blah, blah. That's what life is. No plan survives first contact with the enemy. Or, I know, I'm a web developer too. I code in Ruby on Rails. And one of the things that I always realize is if you find a bug and you think it's going to take 5 minutes to fix the bug, you start digging, and all of a sudden you realize, oh no, in order to fix this, I have to fix that. In order to fix that, I have to fix that. And a 5-minute bug starts taking 5 days. No plan survives first contact with the enemy. What about if you are going on a trip? Let's say you plan a big vacation to go to Paris. And everything is planned. You got your airline reservations. You've got your hotel reserved. Everything. CLVR, no problem. I'll see you next time. As I said, no plan survives first contact with the enemy. So I know that now I'm not going to be getting, at least for now, as many people watching my live streams as I did 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, I had 125 people here, because YouTube was suggesting my live streams to far more people. For some reason, YouTube is not suggesting live streams as much. My friend who has 20,000 subscribers, he's not getting the big influx of people now either like he had before. It stinks, hoping it'll change, but it may not. And if it doesn't, I cannot continue to pursue these live streams thinking I'm going to be getting 100 people come watch them like it was before, because it's not happening. Now getting far more subscribers than I am random people. Before I was getting random people more than subscribers, and those random people were starting to become my subscribers. So you got to always course correct. You have to think about, okay, this is the new reality. I think that's the main lesson with what you think. You cannot try to keep pursuing things with the old reality. If there is a new reality, you cannot use your plan from the old reality. You have to keep creating a new plan for the new reality. And that means you need to do the same thing. There is going to be something in your life, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, maybe this year, where you create a huge plan for your life or your business or for some relationship or something. Okay? AJ does not speak English. Kaise hai, AJ, bhuk lagi hai. That's a little bit of the Hindi that I know. I hope you speak Hindi, AJ. My English is, of course, is much better than my Hindi. You're going to have some big project and you're going to create a big master plan. I promise you that plan is not going to work out as you think. This is called Murphy's Law. I love to talk about Murphy's Law. Murphy's Law is something that means the worst thing that could happen is going to happen. So whatever plan you come up with, make sure that part of that plan includes what's the absolute worst thing that could happen. You need to plan for that. That is the essence of strategic thinking. Now, I didn't think that all of a sudden, after 2 or 3 weeks of doing live streams, that suddenly we would not be getting a huge influx of people. I thought that was going to happen all of the time. But now it's only subscribers. And I talked to my friend Zane, who's got 20,000 subscribers. He says the only people showing up are the 10 people who usually show up to his live streams, but not getting the influx from the YouTube algorithm. What do you got to do? You have to course correct and try to come up with a different plan. I'm trying to just think of some other examples of how this makes sense. Again, no plan survives first contact with the enemy. I just saw on the news. I just saw on the news recently that there was this surfer, a really championship surfer, who just died in a shark attack yesterday in Hawaii. And he was found without his arm and his leg. And his family is now missing him. At the same time, there was this hiker in California. This hiker just went out hiking 7 days ago with no shirt on, was expecting to be gone for 2 hours and got lost. Was lost for 7 days. And only yesterday was this hiker found. And again, that person did not think that that was going to happen. Everything that you think is going to happen perfectly, it may. And it may for a short period of time. It is probably not going to be that way forever. Me doing the YouTube live streams, I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to be getting massive amounts of subscribers every single day because of these live streams. And now the YouTube algorithm just completely changed. Nobody knows what's happening. I'm talking to a bunch of YouTubers and something weird is going on. But that's the new reality. You can't be upset about it. You can't think, oh my gosh, okay, I'm going to give up. You got to think, okay, what is the new plan? When that hiker was out in the woods, after about 7 hours, he realized, oh my gosh, I'm lost and I'm not finding a way out. So his immediate new plan was, I need to find water. And he was able to fortunately find some rivers and streams, and he would take off his shoe, his boot, and put it into the stream, and he would drink a gallon of water every day. And after he found water, his new mission was, oh my gosh, I need to eat food or I'm going to die. So he started finding berries, and thankfully the berries he ate were not poisonous, because I mean, he could have died there. The poor surfer who died recently in Hawaii, think about what his family's having to deal with right now. This is why people get life insurance. Why? Because you never know when you are going to die. No plan survives first contact with the enemy. And this is life. Life is disappointing. Let me tell you that. It is not perfect all the time. And in fact, most of the time, it's very difficult. So I was riding high for 3 weeks with this incredible plan of getting massive amounts of new subscribers every single day because of my assumption. We'll talk about assumptions in a moment, that the YouTube algorithm would do exactly what it does today as it did yesterday. Thank you, AJ. I hope you will subscribe and click like and click the bell. Would love you to come back again. I and many other people here on YouTube assumed that we're going to succeed by the YouTube algorithm regularly sending us lots and lots of new people who find the live streams. Suddenly that's changed. And this is the first time ever, these last 2 days, where I have less than 10 people always in the live streams. Usually it has been 20, 30. It's very strange. No plan survives first contact with the enemy. I was talking about making assumptions before, and how that can be a very difficult situation. If you make assumptions, you have to. I mean, in life, you have to make assumptions. That's how you get through the day. You assume that the people who you love in your life, you assume that they're going to be alive every 10 minutes. You don't call your parents or your friends every 10 minutes and go, are you still alive? Are you still alive? And then 10 minutes later, are you still alive? Why not? Because you're assuming that these people are still alive. You can't run your life by assuming people are dying constantly. By the same token, you have to make assumptions about the businesses that you run and the way you approach your clients and your strategies for whatever you're doing in life. But assumptions can also cause problems. Assumptions cause problems when you don't consider Murphy's Law. So my assumption was that the YouTube algorithm was going to be exactly the same today as it was yesterday, and that YouTube was going to keep sending tens and tens and tens of random new people who find our YouTube live streams. But what's Murphy's Law? The worst thing that can happen will happen. And the worst thing that can happen with the YouTube live streaming, or one of the worst things, is YouTube stops suggesting new people in the Discover section, in the live streams feed of YouTube. Now, I should not make assumptions, speaking of assumptions, that YouTube is deliberately changing the algorithm. That's not true. As my friend Zane and I were talking, maybe it's just a temporary glitch. Maybe there's a bug currently on the live streams feed. So maybe there's a bug on the suggestions feed. Maybe that's why people are not finding the live streams as often. So that's what you also need to do, is no plan survives first contact with the enemy. That's true. No matter what you do, something eventually is going to happen where it is completely unexpected, and you're not completely prepared for it. But when that happens, do not make assumptions about why it's no longer working or why the enemy is starting to do something different. Maybe what you think the enemy is doing is not what is actually happening. And here's the CLVR, who was on here on the live stream a little bit earlier. He said YouTube was having really funky problems with him for the last 2 days, where he couldn't even turn on his camera on YouTube and he can't do live streams. No plan survives first contact with the enemy. You need to, let me summarize this basically then. Look, you're going to come up with a plan for your life or your business or whatever. Do your best. Create a good plan. Don't spend too much time working on that plan. Why? Because no plan survives first contact with the enemy. You can spend 5 years creating the perfect plan, and then you launch the plan and realize, oh, this isn't working. Why would you spend 5 years trying to create a plan and you don't even know if that plan is going to work? Create a good enough plan, not a perfect plan, and just get started. That's step one. Step two is be ready for course correction, because I guarantee you, as soon as you launch that plan is going to come into a lot of difficulty, and there are going to be problems. That's step two. Plan for Murphy's Law. The worst thing that could happen will happen. So even though you create your plan, be prepared for the fact that it's going to go completely awry. And try to have alternate plans in place for when those things happen. Fourth, don't make assumptions about why the plan is not working. That could be just as bad as having no plan at all, is creating a plan, and then when it doesn't work, you make assumptions about, oh, I know one of the reasons why it's working. And I caught myself making assumptions right now with the YouTube live streams feed. And I just caught myself. I made the assumption that the YouTube algorithm has changed. And that's why we're not getting as many new people watching the live stream as last week. Last week, we get 100 people here. Now there are 3, 4 people. My first assumption is, oh, the YouTube algorithm has changed. But you know what? Maybe it's just a bug. Maybe there are problems with the live streams feed. Maybe people are just not as interested in what I am saying. That could be. But I corroborated that is probably not the case by talking to a bunch of other YouTubers who do live streams, and they told me the exact same thing is happening. They said very few people are showing up to the live streams anymore, which is super strange. Usually they're 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 people. And that's not happening as much now. Now, like right now, super weird. It keeps going up to 3 people watching, 0 people watching. 1 people watching, 0 people watching. 3 people watching, 2 people watching. Yeah, that is so strange. It's never happened. That's like bonkers what's happening. But no plan survives contact with the enemy. What's up, Jesse Pinkman? Isn't this the strangest thing? It says there is 1 person watching. And apparently that's you. By the way, click like if you haven't. I have no idea. Well, great to have you here for a few minutes. Jesse, I don't know what's going on. And Zane said he's having the same problem. Nobody's showing up to the lives anymore. The only people showing up are subscribers. We're not getting, thank you. We're not getting a huge influx anymore, which is really, really, really weird, Jesse. We don't know what's going on. Because it means, A, we're not going to be able to get new subscribers like we did before from doing live streams if this continues. And number 2, we're certainly not going to be able to get as much watch time as quickly because, look, there are only 4 people here. So this is super bonkers what's going on. Nikal Sanin, what's going on? You said maybe I'm back to rap. I don't know what you mean. What do you mean, maybe I'm back to rap? Monroe Mann has no idea what's going on. With the YouTube live streams. Because people are not showing up like they used to. Not for me, not for most YouTube live streamers who I'm friends with. And yeah, I think YouTube's acting up or they're changing something. It's very, very, very strange. It's hot outside. Are you outside right now, Jesse, or are you inside? I'm inside. Today is a lot cooler than it was yesterday at this time. Yesterday was super hot and humid down here. Nikhil rapped with me the other day. I saw you were live. Didn't know there was a problem. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Because I was just thinking, I mean, usually by this time, I've got 10, 15 people, 20 people watching. In the last 2 days, it's just been a very, very few number of people who come to the live streams. And I don't know what's going on. Let's see, because you're here, Nikhil, let's see if we'll do a little rap. What did you say before? Backed. Nikhil Sainan's in the house. He said, I'm back to rap. I'm looking at his profile pic, and he's wearing a hat. Jesse thinks that YouTube is acting up. Let me tell you this algorithm makes me want to throw up. Where are all the people who usually show up on my stream? This is making me sad, yo, you know what I mean? I was a YouTube star, I was rising real fast. But now it seems all the viewers, they're just driving right on past. I woke up in the morning, where did everybody go? I don't know what's going on. Maybe the internet's real slow. Jesse Pinkman says, rub-a-dub-dub. But yo, hey man, I like to take a shower. I don't like to go in the tub. I used to have new viewers here coming in real fast. Now I feel like I'm a YouTube live streamer who's showing up last. I used to see all these people who were flying my flag on their mast, but now I see them driving. They're just driving right past. But I got Nikhil Senin. He's still in the house. At least it's not completely quiet like a mouse. But I really liked it the way it was before. Because now when I look at how many people watching, all I see is the number 4. But maybe things will change. Maybe things are going to improve. But right now, my friends, I feel something's on the move. But it seems like it's going in the other direction, not the direction I want to go. Jesse Pinkman, you got to tell me what's going on, my friend. Yo. It is super different, guys. It is a different vibe now. When there's only 2 or 3 people. It's been 2 or 3 people here for 33 minutes. It's a strangely something, totally something weird. Nikhil said, I feel you had something you wanted to talk about. Don't worry about the numbers, man. Yeah, but I tell you this, though, today's topic, again, is no plan survives first contact with the enemy. Part of that is there's an emotional aspect to that. It's easy for people to say, hey, don't give up. Hey, just keep going. Hey, yeah, I'm gonna succeed. But as soon as you have first contact with the enemy and you realize the plan that you had is not working, it's easy for your emotions to go, first they're going up like this, oh my gosh, right? And then all of a sudden, so when I say no plan survives first contact with the enemy, it's not just a logical message I'm trying to share. No, I didn't see your recent comment, Jesse. What did you say? I haven't checked yet. Not only do you have to have a logical solution to the plan not working once you make contact with the enemy, you got to be prepared for the emotional fallout too. because you're going to get an emotional kick in the pants too when you think, oh man, it's not working like it used to. Yes, you do have to keep going. And yes, you do have to keep thinking, yes, I'm going to succeed. But you have to somehow make sure your emotions stay strong because you have to quickly find a new solution. Just imagine if this is my live streams. Well, imagine if I'm getting three to five people watching these live streams now instead of the usual 20. It means the watch time growth is going to drop so much, which means the plan of getting to the 3,000 hours before the end of August is now, it's going to be it's going to take 12 months. It's still doable, still possible, but completely different plan. Jesse says, it's so annoying to hear don't give up like it's the most easiest thing ever. A lot of time, it's funny, you usually hear don't give up from people who are not actually trying to do anything difficult. And it's always, oh, don't give up, man. Oh my God, I know you can do it. You're so great. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, shut up. You have no idea what the heck it is like to actually be in the ring. You always appreciate when people say don't give up because you need to hear that. But sometimes when you're feeling down and someone says don't give up, you just want to say, shut up. Stop saying that. You don't know what you're talking about. Thanks for watching my streams, Jesse, all of them. That'll certainly help with the watch time. Jesse said, I told you about, oh, thank you, Nikhil. You said that's profound. I feel that at work too. Nikhil, are you talking about people telling you don't give up and just keep going? I tell you, most bosses are the worst. There's a difference between leadership and management. And a lot of people who get promoted into a management position, they don't think that there's any leadership component to it. There is a difference between leadership and management, but if you're a good manager, you're a good leader too, because you have to be able to support, you have to be able to increase the morale of your soldiers. You have to increase the morale of the people working under you. And I think most managers, they have no concept of leadership and inspiration. It's just, all right, man, keep going. Yeah, good job. Keep going. Keep doing. Yeah, good job. Yeah, let's get that done by Friday. And you're just like, you're such an idiot. You're such a loser. Nobody wants, and it's annoying when people don't understand the emotional aspect of keep going. And people just think that if they just say keep going, that they're motivating people. Not necessarily. You need to make sure that they understand what you are going through. Jody's here. Hello. Great to see you. My parents say don't give up all the time when I'm literally struggling. Yeah, don't give up by itself is meaningless. It has to. One of my friends, that guy Jonathan E. Stewart. He's been on my live streams once as a guest, once in the stream, or twice here. And he's a successful screenwriter with Pixar and Disney. And he struggled for many, many years before he started to make money as a screenwriter. I think it was 16 years. And he said, Monroe, and he was talking to me about the YouTube stuff last week. He said, Monroe, keep going. And I understand what you're going through because I've been there. And he told me his whole story of struggling. And so it was nice to hear that because I understood what he went through. And I know that he went through in many ways something similar that I've gone through. I've been struggling far more than he has because it's been more than 20 years. He only had to struggle for 12 or 13 years before his career started to take off. But it's easier to hear the words, don't give up, keep going, from people who have been there and people who have gone through the same or similar types of struggle. Nikhil says, not precisely. I'm talking about the big inward dip I feel when my plan meets the first enemy, as you put it. Yeah, I think that's the main thing. And I'm glad our discussion turned in that direction, Nikhil. Because before I was just talking about it generally from a strategic standpoint. No plan survives first contact with the enemy. And saying, hey, you got to make sure you course correct and come up with a new plan and try to find a new solution. But the truth is, you're not going to be able to do that if you are emotionally devastated and give up before you come up with a new plan. And it's very easy when you attack the enemy and then you find out because you thought they were in front of you right here, and then you look to the right. Oh my gosh, they're over here. And then, oh no, they're to the left of us too. And then you decide to go behind you. Oh my gosh, we're surrounded. Oh my gosh, they are in the front too. And you go, oh my gosh, that emotional, as you put it, that big inward dip that you first feel, a big pit in your stomach. I've been feeling that pit in my stomach these last 2 days, wondering where the heck are all of these people who used to be here on the live streams? They just disappeared. And there is absolutely a huge inward dip thinking, oh my gosh. But you have to get over it. I'm over that inward dip right now. But because I realized, okay, this is it. This is the new reality. And now I'm able to work forward. And, I see people coming in. It's 2 people watching, 4 people. Last night I did this Chinese one. We had about 10 people here. So it's not terrible. But 90% of the people coming to watch my live streams now are my subscribers. They are not new people. And it says there are 4 people here. By the way, thank you for clicking like, clicking subscribe, click the bell. I want you to be notified of my live streams. Jesse, see you soon. I hope you pass the test as well. Nikhil, logically I persist, but I feel energy go so fast from disappointment. That is the difficult thing. It is so hard to keep going when the disappointment hits you. And it's just a big punch to your gut. And all your air is gone and all your excitement is gone. And it's kind of how I feel in some ways. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, my big plan of getting monetized by end of summer may not happen because I'm not going to get as much watch time as I was getting before if this continues. But then you have to say, but is it important to continue? Is it important to continue? Yes. And I'm going to keep on going because I am on a roll now. And even though it might take me a lot longer to win the battle or win the war, I'm going to keep figuring out a way to make this happen. I'm going to keep moving forward. Gajodi's leaving for a different country, but can still see your live videos. I'm happy to hear that, Gajodi. I hope you'll click like, by the way. Nikhil says, I get what you mean. Plans are just plans. You need to stay nimble. But even stay nimble is a plan. Doing it means you got to take emotions into account. How do you do that for yourself and others? Let me tell you this, Nikhil. I mean, I've had big dreams for the last 20 plus years. Dreams of being a movie star, dreams of being a rock star, dreams of being a huge best-selling author, dreams of being a YouTube star for the last 18 years, dreams of becoming a huge stock market investor, dreams of being a huge entrepreneur like Elon Musk. And let me tell you, I've had success in all of those fields. But do any of you know my name? Did any of you know who I was before you found these live streams? No. Which means all of those plans, none of them happened exactly as I expected. And it was emotionally draining. And it's been a very depressing 20 years. It's been really, really hard to keep going. And any lesser man would have quit. But I haven't. And so I don't want anybody to think that I'm some Superman. I'm a Superman in the fact that I'm able to keep going even though I'm depressed and miserable and feel disappointed and rejected all the time. And I cannot tell you how much how much it emotionally hurts me thinking that, oh my gosh, what if I'm only going to get 3 to 5 people watching me on every live stream moving forward? Because that means, yeah, there are only 3 people, Gajodi. I used to have 10, 50. I once had 100 people here. Where did they all go? It's apparently not my live stream. This is happening to other people. I'm talking to them. Maybe this is just a temporary problem. But what is Murphy's Law? The worst thing that can happen is going to happen. I have to plan for the worst. And the worst, well, the absolute worst is that YouTube shuts down completely. Then I can do nothing. The next worst is that YouTube shuts down live streaming completely. And I have to go back to just doing regular videos and shorts. The next worst thing is that shorts and regular videos also get shut down. Okay. What else? A little bit less bad is that this stays the way it is, where the only few people who are coming are probably mostly my subscribers, and YouTube is not suggesting as many new viewers. I mean, that's what Murphy's Law is about. You have to think of every possible thing that could go wrong and try to plan for it. So I'm thinking, let's just say that the worst thing that happens is that I don't think live streaming is going to get removed. I don't think shorts and regular videos are going to get removed. But it is possible that maybe the only people who are going to show up to my live streams now are people who are subscribed. And I think everybody who's watching me right now is subscribed to my channel. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please let me know if you're watching this, because I'd love to know what the heck is going on. Used to get 10, 20, 30 new people on every live stream. And after the live stream, I'd look and I'd get 10, 15 new subscribers. It was like, oh my gosh, it's amazing. Last time I did a live stream, not one new subscriber. Had 10 people there, but I think they were all subscribers. So now, got to come up with a new plan. Emotionally, that stinks. It means, oh my gosh, it's going to take a lot longer to get to 3,000 watch hours. But if that's the plan, that's the plan. You don't get to pick and choose the enemy you fight. You don't get to pick and choose the obstacles you are up against. Life happens. And guess what? I have some obstacles that are worse than your obstacles in life, and you have some obstacles that are worse than my obstacles in life. Do not compare. You work with what you got. And guess what? If this is what I have, I hear what Jody says. It's okay, Monroe, I'll always be by your side. I know how that feels. It's like everybody you know leaves you. And the good news is it's not everyone I know leaving me, because I got you guys here. I got you, Jody. I got you, Nikhil. Jesse was here earlier. And Gemma was here earlier. So I do have some great supporters like you. But I have to come up with a new plan now, because if this is the way it's going to continue, I used to get 30 to 35 watch hours every day. If I'm only going to get 10 watch hours every day, 10 to 15, it's going to take 3 times as long to get to 3,000 watch hours. And that's going to be a huge, huge detour from the plan created. So it's the same thing with what you're doing in your life. You might have, let me tell you this too. It's not always negative. When I say no plan survives first contact with the enemy, it could also end up being positive too. I mean, let's say, like right now, I'm creating this new plan that, okay, Monroe, you have to assume that you're only going to get 3 to 5 people watching you on each live stream moving forward. So that's the new plan. But maybe tomorrow or next week, I come online and all of a sudden, boom, we've got 30, 40 people watching again. And then, wow, great. I'm going to hit the watch time again very quickly. Or maybe you plan that you're going to be ambushed by the enemy. Ambushed means they do a sneak attack. Maybe you have intelligence that says that they're going to ambush you 3 times every time you cross a bridge. So you're being very careful as you're going, but unbeknownst to you, that was wrong information, and the enemy doesn't even know that you are marching. So maybe, again, no plan survives first contact with the enemy. There's a possibility maybe you don't even see the enemy, in which case you don't even have to put the plan into action. So there is a positive ramification of this at all. It's not always just negative. But you guys have to remember to plan for every possible contingency, because what you think is going to happen is potentially not going to happen. And as we were talking with Nikhil earlier, there's an emotional aspect as well, which could derail you as well. No plan matters if you don't have the emotional confidence to move forward with the plan, or if you don't have the emotional resiliency to force your brain to come up with a new plan, even though you feel horrible. And this is a super strange feeling for me right now because I have no idea what's going on. But I've learned, got to keep going and come up with a new plan, even though I feel completely weird right now. And as Nikhil said, you got to take emotions into account. How do you do that? One way, Nikhil, is really planning in your head all of the things that are going to potentially happen. As I mentioned, when you get blindsided, if you get ambushed and you didn't plan for the ambush, you're going to feel a lot more emotionally concerned and scared and defeated than if you knew that you're probably going to get ambushed. People right now with TikTok, I don't know if you've been watching the news, but TikTok is owned by ByteDance, and ByteDance is a Chinese company, and there is concern in the American government that China is using TikTok to negatively influence its viewers against America. And so Congress has banned TikTok, and ByteDance has 1 year or 9 months to either sell to an ally of the United States or it's going to be banned in the United States. So right now, there is a plan for TikTokers to no longer be TikTokers. And I guarantee you, 6 months ago, most of them didn't even know about that. In fact, I bet most TikTokers, because they probably don't even read the news, don't even know that this has happened. And that has got to be emotionally difficult for many of them. But they should probably start creating a plan to join YouTube, because Google is probably not shutting down anytime soon, and YouTube is probably not getting shut down. But TikTok potentially could. Nikhil writes, no plan matters if you lose the emotional determination to carry on. 100%. That's exactly what I'm saying. And I honestly think most people fail in life because they don't have the emotional determination to carry on. I did another live stream earlier. I also did a regular video. It's on my channel. I think it's the last video I posted talking about the difference between ambition and motivation. And Nikhil, I think you'd benefit from watching that. Most people just give up because it's too much for them. I guarantee you there are live streamers right now who are in my same situation who are giving up because they're realizing there's 10% of the people who used to watch their live streams are now showing up. And they're getting devastated and they feel horrible. I spoke for 5 minutes to this live stream. In the beginning, 0 people here. Usually I speak for a minute and at least there are 5-10 people who show up. I spoke to 0 people for 5 minutes right now. Bonkers and crazy. Gajoti says, don't worry, I know you'll be successful. I'm being helpful because my friends moved away, so it's kind of like this. People are leaving and leaving. We're still running around your... What do you mean you're running around your waist? WAST is waste, like garbage. Or are you talking about my waist, as in my belly? I'm not sure what you mean by that, Gajoti, but I understand your spirit, and you're basically saying you're supporting me, and I appreciate that. All of you guys are going to have a situation like I'm going through right now with this, where you had a big plan, you were really excited, the plan was working super well at first, but then it started to detour a little bit. All I can say is be prepared for that emotional punch to the gut. It's going to hurt for a little bit, but stay emotionally resilient. Make sure your emotional determination stays strong. Right? Hey, Violetta, how are you? Great to see you. Thanks for clicking like, Violetta. The most important thing is that you find the time to sit down and say, okay, you have to just acknowledge and say, all right, the old plan does not work anymore, but I still want to succeed. I need to sit down and come up with a brand new plan. And so basically, that's what I am going to be doing when I get off this live stream. I have to do a whole bunch of new calculations and assuming, what if there are only 5 people who come to each of my live streams now rather than 20? I did a live stream last week. I got 60 hours of watch time for a 1 hour live stream because there were so many people here. Today, because there are about an average of 3 people here, for 1 hour, I'll probably get 3 hours of watch time. What a difference. So now I got to start doing the math, thinking, okay, if I'm only going to get 3 to 5 hours of watch time for every hour of streaming now, as opposed to maybe 15, 20, 30, 40, big different plan. It means maybe I need to do more live streams. I have to do them more often. I have to somehow get more subscribers from other ways because I'm not getting new subscribers anymore from doing live streams. Who knows? But gotta come up with a new plan. Gajodi says, I mean, you're not going to have to quit if we're still here, and I never want you to leave. I have someone who finally listens to my feelings, and that's you. Hey, as long as I've got 1 or 2 people watching, I'll continue to do it. 100%. I just realized that it's going to take a longer time to get there. But I appreciate also, I mean, if I continue doing this, maybe I will get enough subscribers where eventually I've got 20 subscribers showing up. Maybe I don't need random people to show up, but I need to get more subscribers to show up to these live streams. And yeah, everything's okay. We're just talking about the fact that, I mean, the topic today is no plan survives first contact with the enemy. And you guys knew that. I mean, look how many people are here. 4. I used to be getting 10, 20 people. Sometimes I'd have 30 people. I'd get so much watch time. I get so many new subscribers. Now the only people showing up are subscribers. It's not just me, but it's other YouTube live streamers, and we don't understand. I don't understand what's going on. I don't understand why YouTube is not suggesting the live streams for streamers as often as it was. So that was my topic for today. Yeah, and so we're talking just basically about life. And no matter how much you plan, a lot of people plan, I'm going to go to 4 years of college and then I'm going to get a degree and get a job. You know what? That's a great plan. It may not happen. Maybe something happens in your life that you end up having to drop out of school. Maybe you don't have the money to continue school. Maybe you decide you don't want to go to school anymore and you drop out. Maybe you become a millionaire because you inherit money or because some other thing that you do becomes successful. Maybe after you graduate, you have a tough time finding a job, which is absolutely what a lot of people are experiencing in life these days. A college degree does not give you the success that you used to get maybe 30 years ago. Same thing with becoming a lawyer. 30 years ago, you become a lawyer, boom, you instantly get a very high-paying job. For people graduating law school today, it's not necessarily the case. Thank you, Gajodi. I really appreciate it. I think, guys, what we need to do is we have to get more subscribers here who watch the live streams. Like I have 2,700 subscribers, and I've got maybe 10 subscribers who come on to each live stream. That shows that most of my subscribers do not watch my videos. So that's an issue. I don't know how. I wish there were a way that creators could reach out to our subscribers via email or something like that. It's frustrating that we can't. But If you guys know any of your friends who might enjoy my live streams, maybe ask them to subscribe. And then maybe we can get some more people on here as well. Nikhil, went to law school, got my degree in practice. Yeah, you're just like me, my friend. Only to realize how hollow I felt that life was for me. Today I do recruitment. It's a very different story. So, Nikhil, let me ask, Nikhil, where do you live, by the way? I'm wondering if you are my friend in New York and Nikhil is not your real name. Or have we met, Nikhil, or have we never met? I'm just really curious. In any case, and I mean, look at that. What Nikhil said is exactly what I'm saying. I mean, so many people go to school, get a degree, get a license, and then start doing it, and they realize this is not cool. I talked, Singapore. So you're not my friend Bobby from New York. Many people go to medical school and become a doctor, and then they realize they don't like being a doctor either. They don't like practicing. Okay, we just wrapped together on Yoshimi. I remember that, but I wasn't sure if you were also my friend. When I went to law school, he practiced for a while, and then he did not like it, and he became a legal recruiter. So it's the exact same life story of my friend Bobby. We need to be flexible in life, guys, in everything that we do. Not only flexible in the physical, but flexible in the emotional too. Because if we don't have that flexibility, Nikhil at least was flexible and realized, Nikhil realized, hey, it doesn't matter. There's a thing called sunk costs. It's a business term. I need to get something to drink. I'm a little thirsty. There's a thing called sunk costs. It's a business term to say, look, you may have invested $1 million in a business, let's say. And I literally have nothing to drink here. I gotta grab a glass of water. Hold on, guys. Bear with me. I will go la 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 while we're waiting. La 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 la. La 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 la. Give me un momento. Getting some water here. Okay, hold on. So, this thing called sunk costs. You could spend $1 million on something, and then it's not working, and the business is not succeeding. And you are constantly saying, I gotta make this work. I have to make it work. But the reason why you're saying that is because you put $1 million into it. But here's the truth. That $1 million is gone. It's never coming back. It's gone. You should not make your decisions based on the amount of time and money and effort you've already put into something. Granted, this is why people tell you to keep going, because you've put so much time and effort into it. But if you suddenly realize that it's not going to work, you should not continue on that path. Nikhil spent a lot of time going to law school and becoming a lawyer, but he was smart enough to realize, I don't like the way this makes me feel. I'm going to do something else. He put the sunk costs aside and said, I'm going to go into recruitment instead. This is what all of us need to do. And I need to think about that with everything that I do. Do not think of the amount of time and effort you put into something when making the decision. The decision really should be, do I really like this? Do I really want to continue doing this? So it's not so much about, oh my gosh, Monroe, you've put so much time and effort into this. You should really continue. That should never be the reason why you continue. The reason why you continue should be because you really want to succeed. The reason why I keep putting effort into YouTube Live and doing these YouTube streams is not because of all of the years that I've put in. It's because I really want to succeed as a YouTube Live streamer. There's a big difference. I'm not doing this because of the sunk costs, which are way behind me. I'm doing this because of the potential victory in the future. And Akil says, I've been thinking about legal recruitment. I'll say this, no matter what, I feel happier in my journey to become who I am than sitting in a box of my old plan for the rest of my life. 100%. And if this is, and again, with my YouTube thing, if I have to come up with a new plan to get to those 3,000 watch hours, even though it stinks, it certainly is a heck of a lot more fun here when there were 30 and 40 people. It's like, oh my gosh, so many people here are talking and so many people are here watching me. Well, if that's gone, it's gone. There's no point in wallowing that and remembering about that. It doesn't exist anymore. I need to look forward with the reality that I have now. Yes, got to stay hydrated. Jody says, I'm going to have 16 million subs. I can see it. I hope so. I'll be happy with 1 million. I'll be happy with 200,000. Right? Hold on, I'm removing that comment just because what people do on their own time is fine. I do not want to support marijuana or drugs on the live stream. So that's his name, me and THC, but that's another story. He's a good guy here. Good morning. Good to see you. Nice to have you, me and THC. And thank you for subbing to Jody. And basically, we're just talking about no plan survives first contact with the enemy. And I know, but we don't want to draw attention to that anyway. And if somebody wants to do that in their own time, fine, but I want to promote people. Yeah, let's talk about what I had for breakfast. Nothing. I haven't had any breakfast yet, and that is annoying. I should eat breakfast first and then do a YouTube live stream, but YouTube live streaming has become my breakfast. But I should go eat some breakfast soon. Absolutely. No problem, Nikhil. What did you guys eat for breakfast? Nikhil? It's almost time for Nikhil to go to bed because he's in Singapore. And me and THC, by the way, where do you live? Are you in the United States or do you live somewhere else? I'm very, very curious. So, but I guess, like, in summary of what we're saying here today is be prepared for disappointment with any plans that you create. Because no plan you create is going to be 100% successful, and there's a very good chance that it's going to be 100% a failure. And further, don't get lulled into a false sense of security that just because the plan is working for the first 2 or 3 weeks, that it's going to continue that way. Look what happened with me. It is not. I am super grateful, though, that I was able to get a bunch of new subscribers in these last 3 weeks, like you guys, who actually care about watching my live streams, because at least I have someone I can still talk to. And if I didn't have the subscribers here, I don't know what I would do, because otherwise it would be really, really difficult. I could still do it. You could still do live streams if you're talking to 0 people, but it's harder because there's that little clamp on your soul that's kind of just squeezing a little bit. Jody had a sandwich. Breakfast was a whole day ago, but you had some toast. That's good. Me says, I haven't eaten one thing today. Not much of a breakfast person. I live in Ohio. Remember when you were doing a workout with your buddy from Canton? That is right. Yeah, do you remember that? Me and THC, there were about 30 people here during that live stream. 10, 20, 30. I don't know what has happened now with YouTube, but now the only people who are showing up are subscribers. Wait, Jody, you said that you only subscribed an hour ago, right? How are you finding me otherwise if you only subscribed an hour ago? Because you always used to come onto these live streams. So how did you possibly find me? Bacon is good. I had bacon about a week ago. It's pretty tasty. And gave some to Dancer, little dog. She liked that. Yeah, it was a good stream. You remind me, maybe later today I'm going to do another workout stream because I haven't done a workout in about 5 days, and I think I need to do that. And I think doing a live stream will inspire me to get off my butt and actually do some push-ups, some sit-ups, some pull-ups, and all that jazz. So, wish YouTube would give you more views, my man. Yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And we had a good run for 3 weeks, guys. But here's the truth. If I got 5 people watching like you guys, I'll still keep going. I appreciate it. I mean, if you guys keep showing up, I will keep going. And then eventually you would hope that I would get more subscribers. Maybe YouTube changed the algorithm because they realized YouTube livers were getting all their subscribers just from doing YouTube Live. And those YouTube Live streamers stopped doing shorts and regular videos. So maybe it's going to force us to do more shorts and live videos. But the truth is, I don't love shorts and I don't love those long videos. I like doing live streaming so much more. And so I'm hoping they fix that because I think the way it was before was so much better. Nikhil says, I think your appeal has many facets. Most of all, you have a great personality. You're an optimist without illusion. You care to help others and you're brave. I'm going to screenshot that, Nikhil. That's a great. Hey, Nikhil, can you write that as a comment on one of the comments to one of my live stream videos? Because that would be helpful. And I think other people seeing that, they would be inspired by it. Carl, great to see you. Carson, good morning. Please click like. Would love to get your like. Appreciate that. I found you by searching Monroe Mann, so last time I found you by scrolling down live streams. Yeah, but that's the thing. I'm not showing up. It doesn't seem like I'm showing up anywhere on the live stream feed anymore. Because look at everybody here. Every single person here in this chat is a subscriber. It's super, super strange. And Nikhil, I appreciate the fact that you think so highly of me. I really hope I can inspire. I'm happy to inspire 6 people, the 6 people who are watching right now. But how much more awesome that would be if there were 600 people here or 6,000 people. Because I think a lot of people in this world could benefit from what I'm saying and could get inspired, could find a new friend. And Nikhil, when I come visit Singapore, hope we'll go get some soup dumplings or maybe some hun tun. I don't know if hun tun is wonton soup. I love Chinese wonton soup. I'm sure they got some in Singapore. What's up? Oh, XSL. XSL is here. I'm a moderator of a VR game named Gorilla Tag. XSL, let me ask you a question. How did you find this live stream? Were you here before? Are you a subscriber? I'm trying to figure out what the heck's going on with the YouTube algorithm today and the last couple of days. Maybe YouTube wants Billy Bob. That's the thing, me and THC. I did that first Billy Bob stream, got 92 likes. There were so many people who came to watch. The second time I did Billy Bob, I got 9 people who watched. I don't get it was a really awesome, surprising week. And now it's completely slowed down. Very strange. And I'd love to do things that showcase your unique voice, these chats, your rapping, your workout. It's great. Thanks, Nikhil. One of my other friends, Ava, she became my 5th Patreon supporter. So now I'm making $23 a month. Yeah. She said, please do more music. So I'm going to play some more of my live music soon. I'll learn some more covers. I'll sing some songs. Yeah, I just subbed scrolling through YouTube. Did you sub? You subbed before, right? You didn't find me today, did you? XSL. And yeah, Kino Surf. Hey, what's up, Jesse? You're back. Nikki is saying, good morning. Do you have advice to just use your phone less? I'm struggling to hike and read as it seems I'm forcing myself. Wait, are you on a hike right now and you're watching my live stream? Nikki? That's really funny. You're telling me you were outside on a hike and you're trying to hike and watch my live stream and read it at the same time. Please tell me what's going on here. Me and THC Wellgars, I'll definitely be here when you go live to help you out, though. Thank you, me. Appreciate that. And again, I could still become successful with this and still get monetized with just you guys. If it's only subscribers, I mean, I have enough now who come and watch the streams. If you watch my other videos, if you watch my other streams, and you know what's funny? There are now 8 people here. Maybe the problem was as I started at like 8:30 a.m. or something, and maybe nobody's awake at 8:30 a.m. Now there are 8 people here. Maybe that's something for me to learn. I shouldn't do a live stream until maybe 9:30 or 10 a.m. That's something to learn. Again, no plan survives first contact with the enemy. I'm realizing the enemy is apparently sleeping at 9 a.m. And I've noticed that most of my people who watch me live in the United States, it appears. So maybe I should also make sure to focus on times that are convenient for people in the US. Jesse's got a bike home. What's up, Jesse? Hope the test was good. I'm here. Hi, Anna. XLR, I've been subbed for about a month. Okay, thanks, XLR. Hope you're still going to be live after 30 minutes. Maybe. I might do a fitness one. I got to go eat some breakfast first. It did go well. See you guys later. Nice, XLR. How late am I? I've been doing this for 77 minutes. I've been doing this for a long time. And it's getting so, I've been doing this so long that I didn't have to have my air conditioner on when I started. But now the sun is really coming up here in South Florida, and I just turned on the air conditioner. No plan survives first contact with the enemy. Remember that. I thought it was going to be cool the whole day and I could keep off the AC in the back room. No such luck. I just had to turn it on. No plan survives first contact with the enemy. Yeah, timing is key. Guys, I will be back in probably 30 minutes. I'll do another live stream. I will do the fitness because I got to do some push-ups and sit-ups. I hope you guys will go put on some shorts and a t-shirt and get ready, do some stretching. Let's do some exercise together. See you later, guys. Thanks so much for your support, and I'll see you guys soon.